Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video here for Nippon Sangoku episode 5. So last video also got copyrighted, so I also wasn't very strict with the editing. I really just wanted to get it done, so I'm gonna be extremely strict with the editing for this video, and if it still gets copyrighted, then it's getting pulled. But yeah, anyway, last episode was fantastic. It honestly might be my favorite episode so far. The show has really just been improving every episode. Like, episode 1 was peak, episode 2 was good, and then episode 3 was peak, episode 4 was peaker. Like, it's just getting better and better, and I'm hoping we continue that way. But we met Olga and everybody from Sei, and her rise to be a dictator, and the revolution she has led, the rallying she has done with her people against Yamato. It was such a fucking good episode. The way they montaged and showed her bringing everybody together was exceptionally good. So I'm so fucking excited to see where we go from here. Per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions. So feel free to check out either of those of your own will. Now I've heard us up straight into Nippon Sangoku episode 5. Anti-Surrender Faction Captain Newton, yeah. Saw this last episode. Anti-Surrender Faction Captain Ataru Kura. Atarui, that's a hard name to say. And then, yeah, Pro-Surrender Faction President, then he was close with Olga, and she killed him. Yep, she's very politically smart, but also a very caring person. What's going on here? Secret officer assigned to Sei. Oh. Secret officer Shinzo Haranishi. He's the one they sent out there to, like, yeah. Is he gonna tell them that Sei is rebelling and is about to fight back? Because we know Denki's dumbass. Well, you know what? Denki, I'm gonna call him Denki's dumbass because it is a dumbass move. Because any chance of peace is gone. Because he asked for their unconditional surrender. But it's obvious he doesn't want to bring the nations together via peace and unify them by peace. He wants to lord over them and control them. That's the difference between what Ryumen wants and what Denki wants, and that's why this war between Sei and Yamato is about to break out in the first place. The song literally never gets old no matter how many times I hear it. God, it's such a banger. The Borderland General Corps marches out. Of course, Denki is just sitting in front of the Emperor, because he is effectively the dictator of this country at this point. Literally anything he say goes. He literally said some people offended him, killed him, and the Emperor did nothing to stop him at all. Everyone's to Fukui on our border with Sei. Yeah, Ryumen's adapted, and we're gonna have to just fight. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, why? Oh my god, are you trying to let Sei invade? What is this guy secretly working with Sei or something? I mean, there's no feasible way that's the case, but like, what the are you trying to die and make our country lose? You would be surprised with a good leader. But she's out there feeding military rations to everybody. See, at first I thought Denki could be pretty smart in the way that he's usurped the throne effectively. I thought he could be pretty smart, but he keeps doing stupid thing after stupid thing over the past couple episodes. Like, he gave flashes of being someone who's actually, you know, he's got this weird ass outer exterior, he kills anybody for offending him and all the above, but he's actually a decently smart person when it comes down to it. But the more he does this shit, the more I don't think so. Yeah. What? But you fucking, oh my god, you dumbass. Just because you think they won't doesn't mean they won't. And also all the evidence points to them prepping to invade. Ew! Wiping the snot away like that. You're trying to turn him against Ryumen? Ryumen's one of the only people. I see why he's doing this now. He probably knows that they're going to invade. Because I want to give Denki the benefit of the doubt of being smarter than being smart. I don't want him to be stupid. I feel like that would make for a bad narrative choice, and it wouldn't be as fun to watch. I want him to be smart because it makes things more difficult for our protagonists. I think what he's doing here is he's purposefully. He knows that they're probably going to invade, but he needs to make Ryumen look as bad as possible. Ryumen is one of the only people who will stand up to Denki, and Denki knows Ryumen is against him and doesn't like him. And so he needs to get the Emperor to hate Ryumen or have a reason to distrust Ryumen, because the Emperor, just a second ago, we saw his inner monologue where he was sitting there thinking, like, if I let Ryumen handle it, it'll probably be okay. He has full faith in him. Denki needs that faith to go away. This was a turn being played for so. Yep, he's trying to paint Ryumen as a traitor. Yep. Yeah. Denki knows that, like, literally Denki knows that he knows what he's doing is going against what would benefit the nation, but right now he wants to get rid of Ryumen so he can probably install somebody of his own into the core and have control over that as well, because while Ryumen's there, he doesn't really have control. He can like make them and direct them to do things, but as long as Ryumen is there, he maintains some form of anonymity, as well as the chance to rebel against Denki, which he wants to snuff out. Jesus. Official from the Archive Bureau. Excuse me. Oh, is Denki about to get like he's trying to turn it on Ryumen, but this might save Ryumen here, whoever this is. This is the kid from the opening? This is the kid. Grand Archivist Tonotsugu Taira. Oh, he's part of the Taira family, the two teeth. He's also got a runny nose, much like his father. Heir to Denki Taira, Grand Archivist, yeah. Yep, he's got the same earlobes as well. Yep, Muton Nagao. We know that's one of their leading fighter people. Negotiator, huh? What? That can't be true. Nagao was the one who is in love with Olga, along with Kaga's soldiers and territory. No, Muton is most definitely faking this. He's gonna defect and show up here and just kill a bunch of people, and they're gonna start their invasion internally. That's what they're doing. They're going to start their invasion internally. And now Denki is listening to the report. Notice how now all of a sudden Denki is listening to the report. When the threat of someone actually coming internally and damaging them from the inside is there, he's actually going to fight against it and actually listen to the report that was brought, because he knows that report is true. He knows it is. He was just trying to turn it on Ryumen and make the Emperor distrust him. Or does Denki actually believe it? No way, right? I'm really holding out hope that you're not just a dumbass. I'm really holding out hope, because it really felt like everything he was doing there was very purposefully. He knows the report is correct, is going against the report to make him distrust Ryumen. I've repeated it like 10 times at this point, but I want that to be the case because I want Denki to be a smart villain. Makes for such a more interesting story. Nagao is the person that I'm thinking of, right? I'm gonna go back an episode, see if they say his name anywhere. Yeah, Nagao squad captain Muton Nagao. Yeah, and he's the guy who has a crush on her. There's no fucking way he's actually genuinely defecting. Groundless accusations against him and had him flogged. I don't believe any of this to be true. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ryuman stepping in. I would urge you to proceed with caution here. I thought for a second what the kid was doing was he was going around his own father to get troops to go and station on the border, which is what Ryuman originally wanted. But yeah, now he's telling him you need to really think about this. So the more that this happens, the more this makes me think that Denki and his son here might be just they might be secretly like allied with the Sei rebellion or something. But like there's knowing the person that Denki is, there's no fucking way he would go over to another nation where he can't be the dictator. He's already the main leader here effectively. 36 stratagems, number 34, the self-injury stratagem, yeah. Purposely injured himself to make it look more reliable. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. They tried this already. Was able to see through Sei's deceptive plan beforehand. I see. Wajima! That is Olga's father. So Olga's father died in this thing 12 years ago when they tried to fight, when they fought with Yamato 12 years ago and they tried this exact same stratagem. Yup, is also a Wajima. Please use your wise judgment. This poor emperor, man, he's clearly was just not prepared at all. Also, what's with all the runny noses this episode? He clearly was not prepared to be an emperor at all. I honestly just feel bad because Denki fucking poisoned his father. Yeah, good to know that Denki's son is just like him. Yeah, that's crazy to call a leader baldy. What is with all the like side turn frames this episode? Ew, the fucking snot this episode, Jesus! Oh my god. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm waiting for Denki to say something. Denki's been silent this whole time. No. Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ! Oh my god, you fucking moron. Are they... I just don't get what this does for the Tairas. Are they purposefully sabotaging Yamato? I don't remotely believe that Denki would be an ally of Sei and help Sei take over the country. They have some like ulterior plan here to try and oust Ryuman. This has to be aiding what Denki was already doing in the beginning. What? Ryuman has to go with? Oh. Ryuman's on the ground asking, and he still scutters away. What is their plan here? They're just fucking themselves, and they clearly know that. They clearly know that. Oh, I know what they're doing. They're trying to make the Emperor look like incompetent, so people want him to step down. They want us to do bad in this war, but not bad enough to where we lose, because they want to make the Emperor look bad. They number one want to get rid of Ryuman, which is what Denki was trying to do in the beginning, but now what they're trying to do is make the Emperor look completely incompetent so that they can maybe try and get him out of his position and let Denki he take over without it seeming like he's usurping the throne, which he is doing. So they're making it seem like he's not usurping the throne by making it seem like the emperor is incompetent. Jesus Christ, that was such a good scene. Uh-huh. Hello. Yeah, we know this guy. What's his name again? Yasuaki Kaku. Yeah, it's an understatement. Okay, just guessed. Yeah. Her chance to seize full, yep, there you go, full control of your command. If they make the Emperor look incompetent, if they make Ryumen look incompetent, they can continue to seize more power. Ooh, Sune and Aoteru. Sune got on his chest there. Whoa. 10 days. I feel like the rest of this episode's gonna be build up. Secret officers report back. I wish they would translate that so I could read it, but alas. Yeah, Aoteru's here, like, that is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. So taken in by Denki-Tara's empty rhetoric. Sune just eating over there while Aoteru rants. Pretty bad. He's gonna admonish him? No, the whole point of calling this meeting is that he's got a plan. Drink and calm yourself, Aoteru. When General Ryumen lost command, yeah. Oh, I love these two frames here. It's all of us, it's Ryumen's people, Kaku, Aoteru, Sune, and Ryumen versus the Tairas. Judge matters by merit, judge action by its timing. Sune-chan-san. Now he's calmed down. He's proud of himself for being able to get through to Aoteru. Here we go, it's meeting time. Damn, they go hella far into Sei's territory. Jesus. Yeah. It could be game over. Yep. Hey, damn, could Taira be trying to sacrifice his own child to get Ryumen out to kill Ryumen? Jesus. Wait, what? He's the one who came up with this plan. Just 20 men is crazy. He's insanely smart. This sounds kind of insane. Why share the current situation with those of us staying behind? Yeah. Sune-chan-san is pissed off. Chief Clerk Kinta Moriyama. Ooh, he's saying abandon ship with Yamato and turn traitor and join Sei to turn against the Tairas. Benevolent to righteous cause. Jesus Christ. Yeah. It's honestly not the worst idea ever, but I have a feeling it's gonna be a no. But everybody's getting on board. I'd love to hear what Aoteru and Sune-chan-san are thinking. Yeah, also, do you think they would spare us? I don't really think so. They hate Yamato with a passion. Damn, how completely brainwashed you are. Yeah. Came from the land tax that people had overpaid to the old Sei regime. But then again, she pulled it out of the reserves, which the old government had built up. So she was taking what the old government had done and giving it back to the people, their own money. Instead of giving them food. Ooh. Ooh. She has heightened them all towards war, that's true. Instead of wanting peace, she has rallied them all to fight and die, and whether you would consider that benevolence or not. Actually, some pretty fucking good points here. Peace across the land. He's sweating so much. You begin clearly proclaiming a righteous cause. That's true. Get some righteous cause. Oh, what? That she wants revenge for her father's death, and she's proclaiming a righteous cause in its place. Yep, there you go. Or something along those lines. But it's... Ooh. Ooh, have we been propagandized as the viewers at the end of last episode? She really does seem like a genuinely good person, and like, you know, she talked about bringing the rice from the reserves, but what he pointed out is true. It was already paid for from the people's tax, so instead of giving them their money back, she's just giving them food that they already paid for and acting like she's doing some benevolent act. That's true. And then the whole thing about, you know, treating it as a righteous cause for say, did she really treat it as a righteous cause though? She treated it more as a rebellion. They're rebelling against the unconditional surrender order from Yamato. Like, that is what I got the vibe of. It didn't feel like she was bringing them together for some righteous cause, but them fighting back against an unconditional surrender order from another country. That's what it felt like to me, but maybe I'm reading into that wrong, I suppose. But then again, these people here in this meeting haven't been or seen her in person and seen what kind of person she is. And her second in command, the old guy who seems to have somewhat raised her over the past 12 years since her father died, he seems to genuinely think of her as a positive character, someone who is a genuinely good person. And so it's very interesting because I agree with a couple things here, but I also don't know. I can't discern whether she's doing that purposefully or what exactly. Ooh, this is really interesting. This is really, really interesting. Some of these things could be a huge twist mentally on what occurred at the end of last episode under seemingly noble banners. And it is true that instead of like reaching out for peace, she's hyping up her citizens to wage war, which could lead to countless of them getting killed. Only the conquest of Yamato. Damn. Yeah, he's got a drawing of her. Okay, yeah, we know this guy has good instincts as well because he literally called out exactly what Ryuman was thinking and what they had talked about without hearing the meeting earlier. Isn't this from the secret officer's report? So he saw this. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Get a grip. Yeah, that was your true reasoning. Where the fuck? Oh my god, where did the light come from? So epic. They fight for the yeah, they fight for the prosperity of the people. Bring peace to the land. That's what his little fan says. It says peace to the lands. Damn. Oh, calling forward Aoteru. Undermining morale. 3 years of exile. Damn! Yeah, picked out those 3. Who incited the others. I love how Ryumen trusts Aoteru completely. He knows what kind of person Aoteru is at this point and knows what Aoteru says under military law is absolute. Damn. And down goes the picture of her. Oh man, this could spin a totally different perspective on Olga depending on whether she is doing certain things that Kaku said purposefully or not. Interesting. Kaku's got some plan in mind, obviously. Osaka Yamato year 60, 1621, 12 degrees Celsius. They sending everyone off. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
役割とはそれはわかりません。わからへんのかい。表情を開き、留守組に現状を共有させた。
Yeah.
ご存知の通り、帝の消直を賜った龍門辺境将軍だけです。安易に現状を共有すれば何かしらの意図があると。はい。
have already left. Yeah, they were already sent in advance. Oh, who's being exiled? Okay. Tsunechan-san had to rein him in. Is the number of escort soldiers? Yeah, wait, what? Hold on. What are the odds Ryumen purposely had Moriyama make that scene so that they could exile him under military law, but they're actually sending him on a different mission and he knew that? He just made that whole scene. A justification after the fact. Yup, a justification after the fact. If they were to pick up on it and be like, why'd you send so many soldiers with this guy who's being exiled? They could be like, oh, we were just being careful just in case he tried to escape and give information to say. But in reality, they have that's just a after justification if they were to need it. The actual reason is they have another objective for him where they are sending him. And that's why they held a meeting and briefed everybody on it, so they could make that whole scene, have Aoteru step in and be like 3 years exile, and they could get their plan rolling. Jesus. Was all pre-planned. Yup. Holy shit. That was true. No, I think that Ryumen just knew the kind of person you are, Aoteru, and knew that you would give that sentencing. He knew you would. And people in the Borderland Corps trust Aoteru with military law, so they would trust his word. They knew. That's why Kaku gave that side glance. Even if that were true. Yeah, it's true. Even they comment on the sweat. So wait, no way they even possibly pre-planned. Moriyama's not even in on it, possibly. They just knew he would suggest it and they could, oh, this is like, maybe Moriyama is actually being exiled, but they're using his exile as an excuse to send out extra soldiers on some kind of special mission. Oh my god, wait, this is layered as fuck. Holy shit. Ooh, Kaku. Oh, he's stepping down right in front of them. How many tackles under the sun? Only a rare. Oh, is he picked up on the fact that Aoteru is reading into this? This scene is so cool. Holy shit, the lighting and everything. Dude, I fucking love this show. Oh my god. And persuade the heavens. Was that just like an acknowledgement of Outsider being correct? Parting advice. Parting advice there for him. Let me get this again. Many apples on the sun, only a few become frogs. Lie on firewood and persuade the heavens. Therein lies the key that determines victory. Bars! Holy shit! I got fucking chills. God damn. I was too caught up with the visuals. I wasn't really reading the subtitles first time through. Okay. I'm doing a little extra bit here. I wanted to... I really sat with this line here that's on the screen right now. I really sat with this line here for a bit, and the more that I thought about it, the more it made sense to me, because when they referred to it as advice at first, I was a little confused as to how that was the case, and he mentions therein lies the key that determines victory, but the lines before were a little bit confusing, and so I really sat down and I thought about it, and the more that I think about it, the more amazing that line sounds to me. Effectively, what he is saying when he says, let me pull it up real quick. I gotta get to it. Lie on firewood and persuade the heavens. Therein lies the key that determines victory. Essentially, the lie on firewood is referring to hardships, struggles, or whatever it may be. You must be resilient against the struggles that you go through if you want to achieve victory. And persuade the heavens. You could look at this as one way as being a look towards a higher being or a deity. You could look at it as that way, but I honestly think an interpretation being persuade the heavens that your purpose is grand or high or worth it. Look towards achieving something grander on a greater, broader, grander scale, and you're effectively persuading the heavens that your goal is this grand thing. I think that is, it's so good. You're like, it doesn't necessarily mean actually convincing some existing deity out there that your goal is worth it, but your goal should be grand enough and great enough that if there is a deity, you convince them that your goal is worth it by what it is. It's so fucking good. Basically, it kind of boils down to be purposeful in your actions. And I wrote this in the Discord, so I'm just reading this verbatim. I wrote this sentence. You must be purposeful in your actions and resilient against your struggles in order to reach your grand goal to achieve victory. I fucking love this line. I did look it up. It is based off a quote. A quote. Let me see. I had pulled up a page that was talking about it. Let me find that real quick. It's based on it's a variation of a famous Chinese idiom, and yeah, it basically just kind of boils down to enduring your suffering and being resilient in that suffering to achieve your future goal. And then the persuade the heavens is a supposed added on bit to the quote, and then I gave my take on that at the very least of what I believe that quote means. This show is unbelievable, man. Absolutely unbelievable. And I know this is just, this whole talking segment is just going to be zoomed in, like it's just going to be zooming into an image of my face, but I had to put this in here, and I was already sitting down. I was working on getting thumbnails done and stuff, and I didn't want to stand back up and turn my camera back on and such. So anyway, that's all I got to say here. Back to the video. This was just an utterly phenomenal quote, and it is truly, for someone like Misumi, so inspiring, and it's so good. So good. Anyway, I think that's I was going to start doing my outro. Back to the video. Merely gifted or becomes a true prodigy. Prodigy?
後者にかけただけですよ。大和三角青てるこの時弱い18
天下が動き出す。
The course of the world is set in motion. And now we have the quote on screen. Lie upon firewood and persuade the heavens to claim victory. God damn. This show is so fucking good, dude. Oh my god, I love this show so much. Of course, the world is set into motion. What a bar! Holy! Dude, I actually love this show so fucking much. It's so good. This show is so good. My god, what a fucking peak episode. Dude, how does it continue getting better? How does it continue getting better? How does it just keep getting better over and 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 over again? I don't get it. It's so good. This show is so peak. Anyway, I don't think I have too much else to say here. I said everything during my actual reaction. We'll see what Aoteru does with what Kaku told him as he headed out. We'll see what he does with that information, and we'll see what the job of the people who are still left that didn't go with is. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see what Moriyama's gonna be up to as well. What the clear thing they're setting up there with all the soldiers. I'm so fucking pumped. This shit's so good. Anyway, I think that is gonna wrap it up my reaction to Nippon Sangoku episode 5. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I hope you all have a good day.